Hey, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade Chat and EM Repair. I am Mark. Now I'm standing in the right spot. Anyways, please subscribe if you can. Please follow us. Hey, thank you for following All OT. I hope I said that right. If I said it wrong, please yell at me. But thank you for follow. I appreciate it. If you want to also follow something else, check that out. That's my YouTube page. So if anybody is in the chat and you don't know who I am, that's my YouTube channel, Mark's Basement Arcade. I do a lot of work on EM machines. I put the wrong shirt on today. I have in-depth how-to videos on tearing apart games. Today we are working on this, which is the Williams Lucky 7. Yep, somebody sent me a message. Anyways, working on a Williams Lucky 7 playfield. I have it fully stripped down right now. I'll put the camera on it in a minute. We're going to be putting the pop bumpers back on because I ultrasonic cleaned them. I have new sockets for the bulbs. I'm going to be putting new bulbs in there. I'll show you how I bend the sockets for bulbs. So I don't like how the regular straight EM sockets, well, they're not just EM sockets, they're also sockets that went later on to the years. I don't like how these things, when you put a bulb in them, how the bulb kind of like sits and rests in there. They're kind of sloppy. So I rebend the bottom right here area. I have to turn the printer off. Dimus, what's up? Hey, what's going on? No, I can't help you right now. Read the instructions. Yes, the instructions that came with your stuff, just read them. That's all you have to do, is just read the instructions. Yeah, no, I cannot help you with your raccoons, but use cat food. Use the cat food. Put cat food in the traps. They seem to like it. I had a raccoon problem before. No, I am streaming. I'm streaming right now. Yeah, I know Canada time's a little different than Wisconsin time. Yeah, that's all right. We're cool, man. Yeah, good. Yeah, I know you got your shenanigans going. Okay, everybody, I got Mike Dimas on the phone. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Pinball Shenanigans. Okay, yeah. Send me the $50. Okay, yeah, cool. Thanks, man. Later. Now I'm turning my ringer off. I got bothered a couple weeks ago at Mike from Mike's Classic Pinball on YouTube, and we're not doing that again. So anyways, yeah, check out Pinball Shenanigans. Mike Dimas on Pinball Shenanigans. Dude's pretty hilarious. And also check out Mike's Classic Pinball on YouTube also. And then while you're there, check out my buddy Pinball Wizard. He shops games and then does some brief gameplays as he tests them. And then if you're on Twitch, follow us, please follow us. This is just not a pinball refurb show. We have Ed, which is on Tuesday at 7 p.m. He does coin op. So anything you drop a coin in, Ed works on. Also, tonight will be Dan, but only to the end of September, and then Jason will be back on. He's been MIA for a long time, so check him out, which will be October. I believe he'll be back on. Monday is Gamer Zone. Thursday is another show. I need to really get a new list. Dan, if you're out there, make a list of the full schedule of everybody so I can stick it right here. Anyways, let's swap to the other camera. So as you can see, there, right here, the playfield's actually over there, but my screen makes it right here. So anyways, you can see the playfield right here. I do have the pop bumpers off. You can see them laying there. We will put them back together, stick them back through the play field, and then get them back in there, screwed down. We'll flip it over. We'll resolder them back in, and then we'll work on some other mechs. This is not my game. This is a customer game. Spanish Eyes is my personal game that can wait a little bit. This one's going to have a nightmare with the sockets. Let me put my phone over here. Yeah, I did mute it, so we don't have to go through that again. Uh-oh. What did I do? I must have pulled my camera out. There. Alright. I did move these cords around a little bit because I was adjusting cables. Alright, everybody can see me and I can see you. There it goes, clicks back on. Alright. We're going to get a little bit on here for pop bumpers. Pop bumpers, I need a 9-volt battery. Hopefully this is a good one. I use this to test the sockets. There we go. Alright, sockets. Here's the typical socket. As you can see, let me get the autofocus off. Are we off autofocus? Manual focus. There we go. There we go. As you can see, this tab is what hits the bulb. We put the bulb in there, bend and twist. This one is actually holding pretty good, but you can see how it goes on an angle like that. I don't like that. So what I do is I will bend this a little bit so it's straight, and then bend it over so it's more down like that. You gotta be careful with LED bulbs too, because these aren't like old school bulbs. This is more of a softer tin, so you don't have too many chances to get these in here without destroying those pins. Okay, now we got a good connection. See how it's bent differently now? And now I can go like this and bring that up like that. And that just made it actually worse. It's a little trial and error every time with these to get them good. There. It's a little more flatter. Let's get that like that, that like that. I should have left it the way I had it before. And then that. And we'll bring this up. There. Oh yeah, we're good. Tight. As you can see how it grips it a little differently now. And we got our light. I like doing it like this. One, it keeps the bulb centered, and it's tight now. It is very tight in there. It shouldn't rattle loose now. And it should be good. These are Comet bulbs. I buy Comet bulbs for a reason, because they're the best. We're going to take that and bend that straight like that again. And then I'm going to bring it in a little tighter and then flatten it out. like that. And we should be able to stick our bulb in, give it its twist, bring that over a little tight, get that even there. How it sandwiches it in there, and then we get perfect lighting. So this is one thing I like doing for bulbs. Now this thing is in there really, really super good. It's in there tight. It is not wiggling, it's me wiggling. But that's in there tight. It's not going to vibrate loose. And we'll be set for a long time on it. Alright, we are done with this battery. I just use that for testing purposes. Now we're going to go and put the pop bumper back together. Here's the body. Now if you see inside here, let me get my pointing screwdriver. We have 4 holes. These two, right here and here. Let's do the autofocus thing again. There we go. You can see a little better. Right here and here. These are the screw holes that mount to the playfield. This one and this one, you can see they're a little raised. That is where the bulb drops down through. Like that. It goes right down through there. But I want to get this mounted to the playfield first, and then I'll drop the bulb down. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip this over. This will go like that. It doesn't matter which way it goes, if it goes like this or like that. It doesn't matter if you're using Gottlieb replacement skirts because they have a point on them. And these only mount a certain way to the playfield. You can't see it, I got them blurred. But these only have certain mounting points on a playfield. So you have to have them pointing a certain way, otherwise you'll have your arrow going the wrong way. Put your skirt on, you put your spring on. You put this on, which has these little cups. And these little cups go into these. They actually will kind of like lock it down. And these springs are easy to lose too. Trust me. I had a customer game I was working on, and I lost one. So I had to take my swinger apart and take one off the swinger so I could order some new ones. And then that goes like that. It's like friction lock. And now this will have a spring to it. This is the part that the ball hits, actually like this. It hits that. And what that does, it moves this. And that's where it rests on a spoon and triggers the pop bumper assembly. So we'll go on this one. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Squeeze her down. Get this autofocus back on. Okay. Widen her out. I'm going to have to do it a little wider because my camera up in the corner, it's right here. This, if I had it tighter, we would lose it. Now you can see there's a hole here and a hole here. Can we get a little tighter? Here we go. Right here. There's a hole here and a hole here. That's what screws this down. These two holes is for this, and where that goes through the playfield. We're not worried about that yet. We want to get this down first. And that will go like that. And then this one will go like that. And if you notice from yesterday, you can see in the playfield, you can see a line right here. See this line right here? This has been, right here, this has been Novus tubed and waxed. And this has not. The reason why I did this here is because these pop bumpers are a little pain to put in. Well, they're not a pain to put in. They're a pain to clean. Hey, good afternoon. These are a pain to clean this area when you put the pop bumpers on. So while I had them off, I took it and I deep cleaned this whole area, Novus tubed it. And then after I Novus tubed it, I waxed this area. So that's why you can see the line right here, which is clean and dirty. So now when I get these in here and screw them down, I don't have to worry about trying to get back in here and waxing all around in this area. It's done. Now I can just wax around the area, which is good. Oh, good. Thanks. Glad you can see the difference. Now we need our special screws, which are these. I have 4 of them. Just gotta dig them all out. You might be wondering, Mark, you have a ton of screws. How do you know what's what? I really don't know what's what. I'm just guessing. No, when you do enough pinball machines, you kind of learn what screws are what screws and what aren't screws. And plus, when I take them apart and go through my phone, I photograph the screws and the locations so I know exactly where they go. Like these screws that are like countersunk, these are only for pop bumpers, so I should only have 4 of them. And like these screws here, these would be to hold metal pieces down for the trough. These with the funny like washer on top are for playfield posts. These are playfield posts. I have no idea what this one is. This is, I think, aftermarket screw that was right here that somebody put on at a different date. This is a post that goes down at the bottom, and these screws here with the round head usually hold the apron and skirt down. So alright, I got those. I need to get my screwdriver to get these tightened down. And these we do not have to He-Man tighten them. They need to be tight, yeah. And that's it. They have to be tight, but you're going into wood, so they only have to be so tight. Otherwise you'll pull the screw right out of the wood. And once we get these put back together, I can put the lights, push the lights down through them, flip the playfield over, pull the pop bumper assemblies back out, and get that done. Well, let's put this back in there. We don't need that in there. Alright, we got that there, we got that there. Now these are the lights. I just went through how I bend the contacts so they stay lit. These are LED bulbs, and this is what they look like. Compared to a regular bulb, isn't burned out. Oh, look at that. Man, that is burned out. Okay, garbage. You got a good one here? Wow. Okay, let's check this one. Burned out. That one's burned out. This one burned out. Oh, I don't get it. All these bulbs I took off the playfield are all burned out so far. Or is this battery just not giving them enough juice to light up? That's probably it, because I know these playfield lights worked. So this battery is not strong enough to... It's a 9 volt though. Where are our new bulbs? Well, these are 555s. These don't go in this game. Where did I put those yesterday? They had a brand new box of bulbs. Where did I put them? Oh, they're up there. Oh, it don't matter. I'll just take these. Hey, Turbo, what's up? Just working on this Lucky 7 for a customer. Yeah, well, it does light up, but not enough. It's very dim. But they light up. That shows you right there. This is a 47 bulb. It needs so much juice to light up versus a LED bulb. This is just like barely glowing. So that shows you right there how much LEDs save on power. Turbo, since you're here, you might as well introduce yourself and talk about your streaming and what you do and how you stream. As you guys start, if you came here from the beginning, I told about all my people that I said go follow and stuff, and TurboGrafx-7 is one of them. Now these, they will just get pushed down through those holes like I told you about in the cap. I should have left my screwdriver here. Because they go down and it's got this little bend right here, and that helps kind of like lock it down into the pop bumper body. And that's installed. And here we go, another one. And that's installed. Now we will flip it over and work on it. But yeah, Ryan's over at Buffalo Pinball on Twitch. If you want to follow him, go for it. Ryan and Dave have a little pinball show. They're a little dynamic duo, and they have other streamers and stuff. I want to do this area right here quick. Get this out of the way. There you go. And here's the original metal coil sleeve. Yuck. Garbage. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take this apart here. Before I start cleaning. Okay, we got those out. This can come out now. This will lay there. I want to clean this area right here. So I will just dust it off with this. garbage cloth. I'm just getting the dust off. And we will be using a little Novus 2 on it to clean this area. And some of you guys are probably going, why are you worrying about this area of the playfield? Why? Okay, the reason why I do this area here is because it's still playfield. This is still playfield. It's still wood. It still needs to be protected and cared for, just like the rest of the pinball machine. However, if you do not take care of this area here, let's say you're drinking on the game and you spill your drink, you break the glass, you spill the drink. What is it going to do? It's going to run down the playfield, and this is the lowest part, and the water is going to get here and sit. So what I do is I will clean this whole area here, and then when I'm done cleaning it, I wax it. This is getting exactly cleaned like the rest of the playfield, and it's getting protected just like the rest of the playfield. It is what you do when you... No, I did not talk about my meat. Oh, yesterday I did. I did a stream on this yesterday, and I talked about the meat mountain yesterday, but I will show everybody a picture of it again. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I forgot. Photos, recents. Here we go. That, everybody, when it gets into focus, come on, there we go. That, everybody, is a Arby's Meat Mountain. That is a sandwich. You know how Arby's says we got the meats? That is every meat that Arby's sells on one sandwich. It's got chicken tenders on it, ham, cheese, all that nummy good stuff. It's on a Meat Mountain. I think it was $10 and then $13 for the meal. But yeah, Ryan, TurboGrafx-7, got me turned on to that. He was doing his stream on Buffalo Pinball, his inaugural stream, and he had one, and I'm like, oh no, I have to get one of them. So Ryan, thank you for turning me on to the Meat Mountain, because that is one incredible sandwich, and I did not eat the rest of the day after that. And I eat, trust me, I eat. But that sandwich, it sat in my gut all day and filled me up good. So yeah, I didn't make any supper or anything like that. I had some salsa, and that was about it for the rest of the day. I'm just going to wax this little area here of the playfield, because I can come back and get this area right here where that was attached, I really wanted to get this. But since I'm going around it, I'll just get this whole area here. But now this will be protected. If anything happens, you spill anything on it, it's going to be protected. Okay, we'll let that dry up. And if you want to know what type of wax I use and recommend, I will show you. This Mother's California Gold Ultimate Wax System, Caranuba Wax. This is what... Oh, Meat Mountain is a thing on the Buffalo channel. Yes, I believe it. That's a crazy sandwich. But this is the wax I use. Do not use any wax that says cleaner wax. That is garbage. Any wax that says cleaner wax is garbage. If it's got mill in the title and then wax in the title, that's garbage too. this is what I use. This is what I love. I put it on all my pinball machines. So this is some good stuff. It's paste wax. You could use liquid wax. I just like the paste wax better because I can tell when it's dry because it gets a nice haze to it. But this is what I recommend and use. And then I use these. I get these from Target. These are exfoliating cotton rounds. There's 100 in here. Women use these for makeup. I use them for pinballs. So, and then microfiber cloth. That's the other thing I use. Alright, let's get this spring off here. I'll leave that lay there. We will disassemble this. Get this here. Put that there. These can go there. That's off. This is off. We're going to clean this. We can put this over here. Meat Mountain. Was yours cold, Ryan? Was there like hot parts and then cold parts? That's one thing that kind of turned me off. Mine was kind of like a cold sandwich. It wasn't like super hot. I would have liked it hot. So I don't know if they screwed up and just made it that way, or if it's more of a cold sandwich. And this part that I'm cleaning, it does not need to be cleaned. It's not going to affect any gameplay. It's not going to make it shoot the ball better or anything. This is just a beauty part that I'm doing. But here in the swivel, yes, this needs to be cleaned. Because this piece actually will kick your ball out. It was cold, but it was hot. Oh, yeah, mine wasn't hot though. So I guess I'm going to have to, next time I get one, I'm going to have to ask him, is this thing going to be hot? Because last time I got one, it was cold. No melted cheese. Nothing. They were busy though, but that's no excuse. It should have been prepared correctly. Look at that. Dirty, dirty. That is all the gunk over the years. And now since this is metal to metal contact, I will be putting just a little bit of lubricant on it. Because anything that's metal to metal should have some lubricant on it. Not a lot, but some. This will clean off. I didn't eat nothing today, so I don't know how long this stream's gonna go. I need to start eating in the morning before I do these streams. And then we're gonna clean this off too. Remember, you keep your plungers cleaned and polished, and that makes them work better. This is just green Scotch-Brite pad. Alright. Let this clean, this clean. Let's clean off this. This is the coil stop. This is a good looking table. Yeah, it is. It's a Williams Lucky 7. It's very, very, very borderline EM solid state. It's so EM. It's still got chime boxes. It's got 4 chimes, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s, I believe. But it's so solid state. It's got a computer and digital displays. So this is a System 3 that's been upgraded to a System 4. It was rebuilt due to alkaline damage and just years of use. The chip sockets that they used on here back in the day were basically junk from day one. They were garbage sockets. And 40 years later, the sockets are just unreliable. You have lots of bugs with them. So every chip that was in this machine was resocketed. All new sockets on them. Oh, we forgot to put a little lube on there. I did not repin the machine because those were all good. Still nice tight fitting. It does not have NVRAM in it due to chip shortage. So I did put Frank's battery board, which is basically a watch battery. It is enough to keep the chips running for 2 years. And after 2 years, you just take that watch battery out, put a new one in, and all your settings will stay. This is my ball kicker. And that works good. That goes through there. That goes right there. This goes here. It's right there. This is a little crusty slash rusty. So, look at this. We will clean that off. This acts as a a washer and a holder for this. Alright. That's that. Brand new coil sleeve. Goes in here. This will go there. That will not go like that. That has to go like that. That goes like that. This is the coil stop. It's in perfect condition. If it's mushroomed or screwed up at all, you replace it. Take the screws. We'll put the screws back in. Now this right here, this is your ball kick out assembly. This is what kicks the ball out into the shooter lane. And again, I'll explain. This is a gyro screwdriver. Everybody's like, do not use power screwdrivers on pinball playfields because it would. I agree, but however, the more I turn my wrist, the more this works. I hold it, you can hear it's being activated the minute I turn it. Or I turn the other way, it does it. So I'm used to using it. I feel comfortable using it on playfields. So we are not worried about damaging anything. When I first got it, I would not use it to tighten stuff down. Now I feel comfortable doing it. Alright, these I can put on from underneath. And look what we did. Like I said, remember line up the holes? I did not line up the holes. That's a rookie mistake right there. I'll show you what I did. Very rookie mistake. This is the pop bumper assembly. This has to go down like that. As you notice, my holes are right here. I did that to both of them. Jeez. That's a very rookie mistake. Very rookie. There. But everybody makes mistakes and we learn from them. And that's what matters in the long run. These will go through here. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now we've fixed that rookie mistake. Now as you can see, these holes are lined up here versus these that are not lined up here. Very rookie mistake. Now I gotta take both of them off. There we go. And I also magnetized it too. And we take this off. Notice these holes right here. These holes should be here. Hole, 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 hole. I was getting busy telling you guys about the Gottlieb skirts that everybody uses on the Williams that I didn't tell you to make sure you line up your stuff correctly when you put them back together. Alright, that goes like that. That goes down through the middle. There we go. There. Now this, and go through like that. Alright, now let's get this back the way it was. So if anybody just joined in on us, I am Mark with Mark's Basement Arcade. I have a EM channel on YouTube, but it's also solid state and it's growing. There's my link. If you would like to subscribe, I would appreciate it. Also give us a follow on tvMGC Twitch if you like this. And there's the link for MGC. This is a sponsor of the show. Alright. Everything you need to know about MGC, November 5th through 7th, 2021, at the Wisconsin Center, downtown Milwaukee. Alright, the top end is done enough for right now. We got the ball kicker all nice and rebuilt. The pop bumpers are back to where they're supposed to be. So let's get this flipped over. If you were with me yesterday, we rebuilt the two pop bumpers. We rebuilt one of these, I call them score reels, but it's the Lucky slot machine wheels. This is actually a score reel with a different plate on it. We found out that every single one of these odd sockets here are falling apart or have fallen apart, so I had to order 21 new light sockets last night. We rebuilt this flipper, which we cleaned the flipper. We put a new sleeve in it, adjusted the EOS switch, cleaned it, and put it back together. The linkage is great for a home use game. If it was any more sloppier, I would have said let's rebuild it fully, but instead we put a new sleeve in it and cleaned the plunger shaft and verified everything's working correctly. This one we still have to clean, but let's get back to these pop bumpers, get them off, get everything, the light sockets soldered back down. We'll get these completely finished and put back together 100%. So what is everybody doing today besides watching me? I know a lot of people do things while they watch. Some people garden and just have this on the side, and if anything's interesting they stop and watch. Alright, can I get down on this? Where we were right here. It's about as far as I can get down. Now these are the tabs that come out from the lights right here. We're going to flip these down like that. And we're going to solder them back to the harness. And what you need to make sure too is these will go back down on top. You want to make sure your wiring isn't going to touch this body at all. So this one I have to move over just a little bit. You want to make sure you're not touching that body at all so you don't create shorts. Speaking of shorts, I just started doing some on YouTube. I did 4 shorts today. If anybody's interested in that. Take a little flux, put it on here. Yes, my solder's got flux on it, but since these haven't been tinned yet, I found out putting a little flux on them makes them work so much better to tin them. Alright, that. Let's clean this one off. Put this garbage one down here. Yes, you're going to need to get room for it. And expect a lot of playing out of this. Alright, we're going to tin these now. Tinning is just heating it up and putting some solder on it. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Alright, I got them tinned. Now what I need to do is get the solder to stick down on top of them. Now we'll do this first. Get that laid down on top. And I'll hold that right there. We'll add some heat to it. Now that should be all one piece. There we go. That part of the socket is attached. This one we will slide under the wire like that. We will hold the wire down, heat it up. That braid will melt right into the switch. And where's my last little bit of solder? Just trying to get it covered real nice. Come on, my screwdriver keeps slipping off. There we go. Oh, I'll call him up and ask him what's going on. Did he I'm guessing he took it, and I guess he's still working on it, or he hasn't let you know what's wrong with it yet. I know he's busy like I am. That I know. He's another busy guy. That one like soldered down itself already. I can call Travis and ask him what's up. Or you can just drop him a line, just say, hey, any new news? Probably actually it'd be better if you guys just message him and ask him any new news on the game. But he does a lot of stuff for MGC too, like I do, and MGC is right in their jump event right now where everybody's scrambling to get things ready. Come on. Do that. Hold that down. Now everybody, I'm not a expert solderer, so, and I don't claim to be. Alright. That is done. That's done. That's done. Do the wiggle. And we're tight. And we're tight. And we're tight. And we're tight. Okay. That's done. Now what we can do, I want to see how this switches. And it's perfect. And what I forgot to do, yeah, let's put a little PBR grease on it. If I can find it. There it goes. That. This is my little trick. Is PBR grease. I'll message him. I'll message him for you. Alright. This goes on a spoon. Just a little bit. There. That's it. This lubricates the spoon. It's not needed at all. You don't need to do this. I do it because it adds a little extra oomph to the pop bumpers. It just makes them work so much more smoother and makes them a little more sensitive because the ball can hit it and move it easier, therefore, which makes the switch more sensitive. And that's working good. And that's working good. Alright. Let's not knock these screws over again like we did yesterday. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. I knocked the screws all over the floor. And I actually, after the stream was over, I found one more. These pop bumpers are almost done. Almost completely 100% finished. I just have to put these remaining screws on, and then we'll put the rings on, and they'll be fully 100% rebuilt. As soon as I get done with this, I'll just drop them a message real quick while we're streaming. It'll only take a second. Done. Alright. I just told him to ask if he could get back to you guys, because you just asked me if I knew anything about it. That's all I said. Nothing else. Like we were just chatting, and you're like, oh, by the way, you know. But yeah, I'm sure he's busy, but yeah, a week. It's either it slipped his mind. That's what I'm guessing. I've been there, done that. I try not to, but it's life. Life happens. Sometimes you forget. Alright. I really want to rebuild one of these. And I'm also going to rebuild one for my YouTube channel. So I'm going to rebuild one of these with you guys live. And then I'm going to rebuild one for the YouTube channel. And I have that many left. There we go. Pop-upper ring. Noticed it's shiny, real shiny. I went through and polished them up last night after I took them apart. Okay, I need 2 of these washers. I have to do this from underneath. They pop up through that. I can get on it. Oops. Of course, I dropped one washer. There. And come on. There we go. It goes like that. Now that. It'll go like that. That screws down on top of there. Sorry, I can't really show you guys exactly how this is done, but that's why I say subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you can get the full how-to, closer deal on this. However, I have acquired a playfield that is fully loaded with mechanisms. So what I'm going to do, here we go. Can you even see that one? Yeah. I acquired it with full mechanisms. What I'm going to do is take the mechs off and mount them on a little piece of plywood. And that way I can use it as a display purpose. So I can like pull them out and then show more of how they work. I think that would be a learning tool that is useful and, you know, up close versus trying to look at this. And when I'm rebuilding things, I can show people. Or when people come over, I can show them, okay, this is how the pop bumper works and stuff like that. Okay, get out of there. Yeah, there we go. And these are the washers that go on behind it. Not all games have these. This one did. I noticed more of the solid state games seem to have the washers, while the EMs don't. I think every solid state game I've worked on had the washers on there. And this is a very hybrid EM. That's what I call these early games. So Williams came out with the System 1, which was a prototype. And I believe they put them in 2 games. I think Aztec, and I know Grand Prix for sure. I have a friend who has a prototype Grand Prix with the System 1 boards in it. I think they made 4. He's got one of them. A very rare game, the difference is the back glass is a little different because the layout of the digital displays. And what is really wild is underneath the playfield, they thought people would be worried about how the mechanical score reels make noise. They put a dummy one in the cabinet that fires when you score points, so you still get that noise of the reels, but they're not doing anything. It's just a mech that it's making noise. That's the only difference between the EM Grand Prix and a solid state is the back glass, the digital displays, the computer, and you don't have all the relays and all that other crap that EMs have. Alright, so we are gonna work on one of these drop targets. We can see this one here. Alright, so I need to figure out how to take this thing off the best way. And I'm guessing there's going to be just those 2 screws on the back. We will do that. And this one I'm going to do on camera. You guys can't see it. I will do a YouTube video on rebuilding that. I want to get a smaller screwdriver. Okay. There's 2 screws on the back of here for the wiper assembly. We are taking out. These do work. At least I believe they worked. There's a ground right there. Oh, look at that. They're dirty. You can't see that. There we go. That's dirty. That's dirty yucky. These are in decent shape too. These are a big, usually a failure thing on these Williams. That is sticky. Oh, there's a spring there. Yeah, that is good. We will leave that, but we're cleaning these contacts because they're nasty. Nasty contacts. Oh yes, sirree. So nasty. Nasty contacts. Janet Jackson did that song. Right, we're going to use a little naphtha. I believe they're greasy. It kind of feels greasy. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is another thing too. If you're flipping a pinball machine to make max money, this worked. You would not even touch it. Trust me. That worked. People wouldn't even touch it. They'd be like, oh, it works. Okay, let's go to the next thing. Don't even touch it. And that's the difference between me and them. That's got a longer sleeve on it. I will have to get that out. I believe it's probably one of these. And that looks like it. Alright. We got that off out of the way. Let's do this. Make it a little easier for me. A lot easier for me. Those are some honking screws there. There we go. 4 of them. And this. There we go. That's easier for me to get at these 2 screws here. that out. Ew. What the hell is that? Like glue or something? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Came right out. These are just a tad longer. What are these? Those are even longer. Way too short. Those are not even the right ones. Those are not the right ones. And these are the right ones. What are these? I wonder what the other ones are. Okay, we got one of those, which is perfect. What are these ones? They're just a little bit longer. It would work though. But I wonder what those are. Those are, all right, garbage and new. Same length. All right, garbage. Let's get, this is going to be a fun one too. Get this. Can we get that out easy? No, we can't. But we will make it easy. Yes, Garcade, he's been sending me work. He doesn't want to keep the machines, he doesn't want to work on customer machines, which I can totally understand. He is a business and he does his own machines, which are more than enough, because if you're routing machines, you constantly are having breakdowns. Now, if he's working on your machine and his machines, it devotes less time to his machines. And then he doesn't want to deal with anything coming back where if, you know, okay, this is not working, no, this isn't working or whatever. He doesn't want to deal with that. That's where I come into play. I don't mind dealing with that. It's a challenge to me. So he's done in the past where he's worked on games and he just rather do his own thing. So whenever the arcade gets people that have games that have issues, he gives them my phone number and tells them to call Mark. Okay, that's all nice and clean. Let's wipe this off here. There. So yeah, he says, Mark, I sent another person your way. And I'm like, sweet, thank you. All right. And also, he has a couple EMs that he doesn't like working on EMs as much as regular games. So when he has some problems with his EMs, he called me up. I went over there, tried to fix them on the spot, and if I couldn't, so I brought his EMs to my house, worked on them, got them solid, and then brought them back to the arcade. So if anybody has been to the Garcade, and if you have ever played Gulfstream or Space Mission, I have worked on both of those. They have both been in my basement. You can actually see my pinball waxing video, how to wax your pinball machine. That is Gar's Gulfstream. You could totally tell by the awesome LED job he did to it. That's Gar's machine. And in the Space Mission 2, you can also tell by the awesome LED job he did on it. Gar knows how to LED EM correctly. So I'm trying to get to his skill level on EM lighting. It's just, he is so good at it. And he has to LED all of his games because he has an arcade. And he can't leave the old school bulbs in because they just use a little bit too much electricity. And arcade's about making money, not losing money. So wherever you can save money is where you go. All right. Now we're cleaning off this board here too. In this board too, I will put a thin layer of lubricant on it too. Come on, let's get a bit of a little spot. So these contacts work better and there's no friction on them, which makes them last longer. Alright, that's nice and clean, as you can see. Oh yeah, look at that, I'm so shiny, I'm so shiny. Yes, you are so shiny. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy my weird sense of humor also. And with this, I put a tiny dab on my pinky, and I'm just going to rub it all over this area. I don't even have to wipe it off because I put such a tiny dab on it. There. And that will give that just enough lubrication. And it's also a dielectric too, and it will protect it. Okay, that. This goes like that. That goes up through there. This will go like that, up through there. Yeah, we'll go like that. Now we'll clean whatever the hell was on there. It almost looked like it was gummy or something when I took it off. So, yeah, if you think I'm entertaining, you should see me just not on streaming. I can be very entertaining. I have to keep it kind of rated G here, though. Kinda. Yes, every now and then there's a little slip up. But it happens. I'm human. That a little there. That and a little that. Alright, so we've been streaming an hour and 15 minutes, and look how little we have actually done. If you think about it, people are like, oh yeah, you know, you just take this apart and this apart and this apart, and you know, you're cleaning it, you know. And I'm like, well, yeah, but if you really break it down, there's a lot more to cleaning than what you see. As you can see now how far down and deep I am going into your machine. I cannot clean that too much. I'm going to clean it as much as I can. There. That's good enough, because if you clean this star will disappear. So I'm only cleaning it a little bit. That is not perfect. Let me loosen that up. There we go. There. This didn't look straight to me. There and there. Alright, drop target. Goes down. It's going slow because we're doing gravity. There. When you're doing against gravity and you're holding it, it doesn't do what it should do. Alright, that's there. How are the 2 games I just picked up? They are in the garage. So I doubt I will really know for months. If you've seen the other stream with my Spanish eyes, that game I have owned 606 days, and I have never opened it up until this stream. So I kind of knew what I was expecting a little bit when I first, after, because I first bought it, but I really never went into it until that stream. So I did break into the travel time yesterday because there was no keys, and I was extremely surprised on the quality of inside. Let me see if I got a video of it. You should probably get a message from Travis. Just so you know, he just messaged me. So let me see if I can. Here's a video. It is very, very clean inside. It's standing up, so I had to take a weird video like this. It did come with a coin tray. That was that big box in the beginning. This is actually underneath the playfield. You can see the flipper coils and stuff. And right there, that's the coin tray. Did I do another one? Yeah. Nope. I thought I did another one. Anyways, yeah. I was surprised how clean it was. I didn't look inside the what do you call it? The Superstar. That had keys, and I just didn't feel like looking in it. But the machine that was locked was travel time. There was no keys for it at all. He had lost them. So I had to break into it. And like I said, it says 12,000 plays on it. And after looking at it, I am not doubting that at all. It's a very clean game, playfield-wise and everything. Okay, let's get this screw. I'm way over on the other side. This makes it a little more easier for me to put these screws in the correct spots. Okay, there it goes. Here we go. Thank you for being magnetized. So yeah, check your messages. Travis said he just did get back to you. He's been extremely busy, which I can understand. I don't know if he told you that when you dropped your game off, but alright. And everything looks to be operating good. Like I said, right now we're working with gravity, so the mechanism is not going to operate properly because it doesn't operate upside down correctly. But this is real nice and smooth now. I can feel this one is sloppy. That one's all rebuilt. Oh, what do we do when we're done with that? Do our blue line right there. We got a blue line. Alright, so what else do we want to do? Yesterday we did all that. Let's do a slingshot. Let's tear apart a slingshot. This is fun. Which one is going to be easier? For you guys to see, it would be this one. For me, it's going to be this one. But we want you guys to see. So that's why you're here. So anyways, I'm Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. There's my link for my YouTube channel. Please check it out, subscribe. There's more in-depth videos on rebuilding mechanisms on your solid state or EM machines. I'm going to turn that soldering iron off. I got real good how-to videos, step by step, showing you every little part. I cannot do that much on the streaming due to camera angles and everything. Alright. There's the coil. We will lay that over on the side there to get it out of the way. You take this spring off. That spring will go right there. But we do need Mr. Naphtha. The reason why we need naphtha is because I can tell this spring is covered in some type of lubricant. And yes, right there I can see the lubricant. Alright, that's that. Now what we will do, most people would clean this plunger off and be done. I'm going to go another step further. Another couple steps further. Because what are we doing? We are refurbishing this machine. What does that mean? We're doing extra steps to make sure everything is in good operating condition. In order to do that, you got to kind of go a little above and beyond your repairs. And that is all crusty garbage on there, which is not nasty. So we will take that apart. Oops, wrong way. This will come off. This is a clip. It will come off right there. Let's start degreasing these pieces up right away. Look at that, that is just nasty. Put that there, it's out of my way now. This is evil. And like I've said in the past, these games had an expectancy of 7 years, and they would go to be, they didn't recycle them, they would go to the landfill. Or be put on a side and parted to make other games work, if these failed. Or sold. And then face it, a lot of times when these games are sold, they go to people's houses, and then when they fail, they don't know what to do with them, so they go to the curb and to the landfill. But anyways, the operators did what they could do to make these games last. So if something was sticking a little bit, they lubed it. Instead of taking it apart fully like this, they would lube it. And it did its job. Quarters were dropped in, and people still played it. What is amazing, a game like this, even though it wasn't really super appealing compared to newer games, this game, if put in the right spot, it still could have fetched money. Actually, right now, this game is a perfect game to have in a like the arcade. It's just so retro that people would still want to play today, which makes it great. But like with this game, with the people that bought it, good. You just got your ticket for the Gaming Classic. Thank you for getting your ticket. I hope to see you there. I will be doing a class there actually. But anyways, when this game was brought to me, I told them, I said, just so you know, the repairs are going to exceed the value of this game. And I was told, don't worry, we got it for free. So the repairs are going to actually equal the value of this game. So which is good. And, you know, I did offer to buy it, you know, if they wanted to sell it. And what I would have did was the exact same thing I'm doing now. I would have got her back up and running exactly how I'm doing it now, and I would it would have been in somebody's house eventually. So, all right, let's get a little lubricant on there. So what is good is the people who own this machine love it enough to give it its life back. And I'm doing my thing by helping it get its life back. Metal to metal, we're lubricating. And this goes like that. I want to get just a, I don't feel there was enough on there. And then they're right here, because that's where it rides on too. That's better. I can feel it now. And this will go right here. So, yes. All right. It's just a little. Okay, that's why. That rides on there too. Get off. So that. Okay. There. And then that goes like that. And there we go. Smooth. Very smooth. Now this, we will take that off. Okay, you don't want to play with me, go do you? Let me just take this clip off here. Put that there. Clip. Washer and plunger. Remind me, it's clip, washer, then plunger. Okay, don't want to lose that. All right. This is just naphtha. I keep it in a little bottle. It keeps me from contaminating the big can of naphtha. Because face it, a lot of people will take your pretend this is a big, well, let's do this. You take your naphtha, you get your rag. What do you do first? You automatically put your rag on it and shake it on to your thing. You wipe your stuff off. What do you do then? You take the same rag, put it back on there, and shake more on. So what did you just do? See all this dirt here? You put that dirt into here. So now this is contaminated with dirt. I don't want to do that, so I put it in a separate container with an eyedropper, so I can just drop it on to what this towel, and I can wipe this off, and it keeps any cross contamination from happening. This is actually pretty decently clean. So there's your little tech tip right there. So what days are you going to the gaming classic? I should be there every single day, except for Saturday night. I will be hey, we're the monkeys, feel like monkeying around, 'cause we're too busy singing to put anybody down. I'll be watching the monkeys on Saturday night. Was it the 6th? I believe they were this November 6th. The monkeys are at the Riverside. I will be going to that. It's their farewell tour, and there's 2 of them left. I've never seen them before, and I seen that pop up. I'm like, you know what? This is your very, very last chance to ever see the monkeys. So, well, actually, 2 of the monkeys. All right, that goes like that, and actually like that. This goes on a playfield. This is attached right here. This is attached to your playfield rubber, and that goes bang, bang, bang like that. All right. Okay, let's get that, and that, and that. And did I put that on? I put it on wrong. Oh! It's just got to get flipped to the other side. Take me to the other side. Take me to the other. All I got to be. All I got to be. Like that. It was on correctly, but not on correctly. There we go. And now we got to get the switch back down there and underneath. Take this screw, get that down through, start getting into the hole right there. I will be at MGC, and I will be rebuilding some mechanisms for you. Your viewing entertainment. You will be able to see them up close and live, me rebuilding them. Okay, yeah, I'll be there. I don't know when I'm going to be on stage rebuilding stuff. I have a couple things I'd like to go through and let everybody see up close what EMX look like. Alright. Oh, I should have cleaned that first. Alright. Okay, this is for the slingshot. What we have here is when a coil fires, it pulls this up, which slides into the coil real hard and disconnects what makes this switch connect, which gives you points. This is your point switch. And so when this goes back down, it opens the points. Close, open, close, open. And that's how you get your points. Now I moved this table last night, and when I did that, I put my cord right on top of it. There we go. And here we go. And that is a clean contact. Woohoo, it's a clean contact. Clean contact. Now we're going to bust these screws loose. Oh, there's a nut on there too. Forgot about them. These are usually got screws with nuts. I forgot about them. So now I got to get a little baby wrench. They're probably over here. I think this is the right one. There we go. It's a 1/4 inch. Use this one. Did I get a 1/4 inch in that toolbox? No, I need to put one in here though. I got a 1/4 inch socket. Oh, dummy. There we go. We got a 1/4 inch nut driver. Alright. So we take that nut off, put it over there. The screw will just come out because it's not threaded in, it's nutted. Because these use a lot of juice, so therefore they tend to work them a little bit differently. That's why there's a screw and nut on it. We're going to take this. This is the coil stop right here. That's what lets the plunger only go so far. This plunger actually smacks onto that coil stop, which is right here. So if this coil stop goes bad, you have to buy this whole bracket. And I have never had to replace one yet. So these are built beefy. Remember, this is now a 40-something-year-old part. I don't know if anybody's repopping them, but you can buy them used. This is, I bet you they're still using this today almost. A lot of stuff that worked back in the day, they still continue to use them on newer machines. So this might still be almost the same type of bracket that they're using on newer pinball machines. But I am sure that somebody has repopped them by now. This one is stained real nasty. Even though I'm cleaning it. Let me do this, put a little more juice on it. Even though I'm cleaning it, it just doesn't want to come clean. Yeah, it's stained. So we're not going to worry about it too much. Get as clean as we can. Coil sleeve. Coil sleeve. Now, where are we sitting? We're sitting like that. We're going to put that like that. Clean this off. This just holds the coil down along with the coil sleeve. This goes like that. The screws will go through like that. We'll put a nut on the other end. Like that. Screw, go through, nut on the back. Let's hold this tight. what's nice about this is these screws got lock nuts on them, lock washers, so I can just tighten them up from the back and these won't spin. I would take L Giant O Spring O, slide that over here, and do not let go of this because it will fly. Yeah, we'll go like that. And we will get our screws on here. Perfecto. You guys ever look up perfect in a dictionary? You got a newer dictionary? If you look up perfect, it says, the first thing it says, it says C mark. But I'm thumped. And it also says another word for mark. Okay. These ones I'm going to tighten down by hand. Now that I don't trust myself, it's just there's 4 in one tight little spot. Okay, that opens up. Switch opens and closes. That's perfect. This one is sticking. You just heard it go down. See? Right here. You can see me on the little picture right here. Now watch. That mech is sticky. So we rebuilt this one. Blue line. That's 100% done and full of fun. This one I can rebuild later on. What time are we? We're just about 4. Is there anything else that we can do that's interesting? I can go through how I do switches. This is a Harbor Freight Dremel. These are very stupid cheap. I think they're $10. My buddy Dave Brennan bought this for me when he came and worked on a machine with me. He was a guest on the program. This is a gift from him, so thank you, Dave. Dave also is the technical service manager for American Pinball, so you can check that out too. And then this is a 443 brush bit on the end, and what you do is you just put it between your contacts and go back and forth, and it cleans them. So we'll do it on these 4 right here. About that. About that. About that. And that. And that gets them really nice and clean. And then what do? Now I know. I got those clean. Do I have something around here? Let me go into the garage real quick, and I'm going to bring one of my parts score reels down, and we'll zoom in, and I will see if we can show you how this Dremel cleans a bit. These I just picked up Saturday, so they should be nice and crusty. So give me a second. these are some spare parts I got. This is a drop target assembly. And this is a score reel. It says 72 Williams on it. As you can see, here's the contacts right here. Let me get off out of focus. Okay, here's the contacts right here. What we're going to do with this is we're just going to get between those contacts and clean them off. And that's what it does. I don't know if you can see enough on there, you can't. Here's one. You can see how dull that contact is. Right there where my finger is. We will now, where is it? How did I have it the first view? There we go. Did I have it this way? There. There, you can see it's got more of a shine to it. And right there. It's got more of a shine to it now. I wish I could get more. Or it's just so hard doing this. There we go. There's the contact. You can see it's got a shine, more of a shine to it. And that's what we just did with all the contacts. We took the corrosion off, and this is the other one. Does that one come clean too? Yeah, it came a lot cleaner than another one. Let's just buzz it again real quick. I'm exaggerating the cleaning on it right now. There. There. Now you can see. I exaggerated the cleaning just to make it stand out more. But that's how it cleans the contacts. I just crazily over exaggerated that just so you can see how it cleans better. But I used to sand them all the time. I still do them on occasion because sometimes you just can't get into the right locations, and I use 600 grit sandpaper. What I do is I cut them off into a sheet like this, about this big. This is about finger, and then I fold it in half, and then I'll go, might as well use this again. I'll go between the contacts like this, and I'll make sure that they stay together. I just go up and down like that between the contacts, and it does the same thing. It cleans them up real good. But this does it a lot better because it just wraps around and it goes all crazy. So that does a better job. And this costs money. I have to keep buying sheets. I have to sit there and cut them up into this little piece. And then I only can use them a certain amount of times, and I gotta throw them out in the garbage. So this is $10, which will probably last a lifetime. And these bits are, let's say they're $10, but you can use them like a billion times on switches. So what time is it? It's 4. We've been going a couple hours. I don't know if there's anything. Did you guys want to see any other little parts on here. Did you want to do one more of these? I guess we could do one of these. We'll do one of these, and then we're done. We're done for the day after this. This, what I keep calling, is a score reel assembly, because technically I have to take both of them out. There. I should have not did this. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, we are gonna do it, but I need to cut these. Not the wires, just the looms. Because they're so tight in there with each other. There's one wire loom and another one. I'll put new ones on later. There we go. They're just these. I just put new ones of those on later. But it makes it easier to pull out now because all of my wires are not bunched together. We're going to take this two out. They did not make these easy to work on. I am not cutting those unless I have to. There. Alright, so we got to do them two like that, but we're still just doing this one. Get that out of the way. There. This is a score reel. That's all it is. It's a score reel, and then they put this thing on it so it looks like a slot machine. And this is like the score window right here on a back glass. As you can see, score wheel. Same thing. It would click. Same thing. It's got the exact same mech in it. It's just missing this piece right here. This piece right here, because this went to a end of stroke switch, which would have been right here. This post that's right here is actually right here on a score reel. This post right here is the same post. So this would be like that. This is just a bigger version. This is coil. Coil would have been right here. It's the same thing. Except this has numbers on it. See, it's got the same teeth on it and everything. And then this one. Same thing. Alright, so we will get at this too. We're going to take this clip off. And you want to keep a hold of these because they like to go for a ride. Your washer. I notice I do this a lot. Take our screwdriver. These 3 screws. Be careful with them, putting them back in. They go right into plastic. You do not want to He-Man them tight. You just want to put them in till they stop turning. They'll be snug and you stop turning them. That's it. Now normally these reels I would clean, but I can't because this is a paper coating that is on the top of them. I will show you. You can see it's been riveted right there. Just to hold it down. There's 2 rivets right here, which are also here and here. This is a score reel. I bet you if I pulled this off, there probably would be numbers under there. And it looks like it. Can I get to a part that's right here? It looks like there's numbers under them. Can we see? Yeah, it looks like there's a number under there. Anyways, this is a mini 3-inch score reel. Typical they use, Williams. We'll put that over there. I cannot clean this. I wish I could. But this is paper. And if you try to clean paper, it's just going to smudge and look like crap. So I cannot clean that. It's just got to stay. But I will clean these glasses. So since, like I said, this is a score reel, this is a score reel mechanism. This is a rod that would have been here, and there would have been an end of strokes, like switch stack here. And underneath here, as you can see how this spins around, it's like a cam. It would move that switch up and down. Alright, we will take this spring off first. This is the top spring. That goes there. This is the bottom spring. That goes there. Like I said, if I lose any of these parts, I have tons of spares to get them from. There's a baby C-clip. I lost this yesterday, but it ended up being I just set it in a different part of the playfield. These two screws come out. All they do is hold this down, and they hold the bracket into the machine. There's one screw. There's two screws. There's that. Oh, look at that. There's oil on it. I don't know if you can see that. There is oil on it. Tight. There we go. You can see it. There's some oil on it. It was oiled at one time. That is liquidy. So somebody had oiled it at one time. Alright. That will are going to wipe off right away. Just getting my, what do you call it? There. I want to get that off right away so I don't forget. Well, I won't, but I just don't want it to lay on anything else and contaminate anything else. Alright. Like I said, normally these I would throw an ultrasonic cleaner and clean them, but I'm not doing it for a couple parts, so these will just get hand cleaned. But yeah, normally these go in the ultrasonic cleaner and they turn out really nice and clean and white. But this is sufficient for these pieces. This is just a lock. Alright. This will come out like that. And that's got grease on it too. So we're going to clean that grease off. It's like somebody had an oil dropper and dropped oil on it. That's about it. And this is really nice. It's beautiful. I keep throwing all my junk in different spots. Green Scotch-Brite. I have them on all different stages because once they break down, they go to a different use. When they're brand new, I use them for cleaning Jones plugs. Then when they get a little wore, I use them for cleaning these. And then when they get a little wore, they work perfect for cleaning these. This is the cam I was telling you about. You can see there's this groove right here. Right in here where my screwdriver is riding. It will go around and how it's got the lump there, it will, there's a post that goes in there, and it makes this rod, it will make it go up and down, and which will be contacting the switches that would normally be right here. If this was an EM game, there'd be switches here, and this proves to you that this is basically a hybrid EM, because they're still using EM parts in a solid state. This is a Williams System 3, but they are still using old antique EM parts in the System 3s because they didn't know what else to do before they went to digital displays. So they were still going old school. And like I said, this is a System 3, but when it was rebuilt, it was upgraded to a System 4, which is better. It's a smoother running system that is less prone to any failure. And this is where I use Q-tips. I just buy the cheap Target ones. I don't use the regular Q-tip ones. There is a reason why I don't like using the regular Q-tips. Well, two reasons. One is it's the stick. That was it. I didn't like the stick on the Q-tip brand. And two, these are just as good, but they're cheaper. The Target ones. Alright. This is garbage now. I guess one side you could use for your ear still, if you really wanted to. Alright, now we're going to take this. I'm going to wipe this off first. This is just dirty. There's bad contacting right here. You can kind of see it in the video. And I want to get that oil off right here. We're only worried about this area right in here, this part of the contact and that part. This does not need to be polished or cleaned. I will wipe off any crud that's on it, but we don't need to worry about cleaning it. I can show you another trick on cleaning these too. It makes it a lot easier. We will take this screw out and put that right on the side, and voila, look at that. It's much easier to clean now. This is Scotch-Brite. I am not destroying the contacts. If you notice, this is falling apart because this is not as strong as this. And, you know, I get a lot of people who are like, oh, you're wearing apart the metal. You know, you're wearing the metal away. If you will look, I actually got dust on my hands from this disintegrating. You could probably do this for days on this. This would fall apart and be nothing. And this would be super clean and polished. There we go. That's nice and clean now. Like I said, this is the only part we're worrying about right here, is everything that's in a circle. Alright. That's clean. Let's actually wipe that off underneath it, in case any of that oil went under it. Let's get the back of it. No, there is none. But we'll wipe it anyways. That's a little trick you learned, so you don't have to sit here and try to run the cleaner around that. And then this, you don't want to crank that tight. And that's it. Crank this too tight, you're going to break the circuit board, you're going to break traces. And that's a no-no. And what we want to do I take these two screws out. These hold the coil in. This is the coil stop. The coil comes right out. Sleeve pushes out. This is the sacrificial part. This rides in there. I'll show you. Garbage. New one. This rides in there like that. This is why you want a brand new one. This is a sacrificial part of the coil, so you're not destroying the coil. You're wearing this out before the coil. And that's what we want to do. Wear the wear item out first before you wear out the expensive part. The one that cost pennies versus the well, back in the day they were pennies. They're not pennies now. There's you fell on the floor. They're still sacrificial part. And that helps this whole mech work better. Alright. We got the coil. Got the sleeve. And it goes in like that. It goes in like that. I just spun it around for nothing, didn't I? It goes like that. We're going to tighten it down. Now these got screws, got lock washers on them. So you just got to tighten them down and snug them. It helps to use the right screwdriver a bit. You won't spin them. There. That goes like that. There's my YouTube channel. If what I do interests you, if you have any games you want to fix, any EMs or solid state games, there's a lot of help on my YouTube channel that will show you stuff like this in more in depth. Right now I am cleaning this glass off since we're right here. I'm going to replace these bulbs too, like I did yesterday. So I normally stream on Sundays at 2, but yesterday I had nothing to do, and I had to work on this game. So I figured, hey, why don't I stream it? It's a little different than EMs, but very similar. And it's still something that I figured people might want to watch. Okay, those windows are clean. Those are actually on the playfield. They go right to the, what do you call it? The ball rolls right over the top of them. Old bulbs. New bulbs. I'm not LEDing this game. I didn't want to throw any more expense on the customers. I didn't even offer them a LED upgrade because this game is already more money than, you know, to rehab it. Then they're probably going to break even if they sell it it's going to be about the same. But then when you go LEDs, it's adding a whole nother expense to the game. So I didn't even offer it as an option. So I just wanted them to not spend a ton of money on this game and not be able to have any return on it if they ever decided to sell it, or later on if somebody wanted to sell it. But alright, so we got the bulbs, but I did put LEDs in the, what do you call it, the pop bumpers. Now with these contacts we clean them. Just a little brush with that. I get my finger under there so it doesn't move up and down. These are the contacts that ride on there. This wheel looked a little different than the one yesterday. How much different? Yeah, these contacts are way different than other ones. Oh well. They were in the game and they're going back in the game. They're just way different looking. I'm going to take a little bit of super lube. Everybody uses this. You can get this at Harbor Freight. Take this. Like I said, we were just worried about this area right here. Put my super lube there. I get it rubbed around real good. I take a little clean part of this. And then I wipe it off. And what that does, it gives me an ultra thin layer of protectant on it. That's what we want. Just want to make sure that it's got a little bounce to it. I know the contacts are doing their thing. This will go into here like that. This piece, it had one purpose. Two. One, it holds this down, and the other part is it locks this whole mechanism into the assembly. So it's got the dual purpose. Get that over here, that there. That there. So next week we will be back to the Spanish eyes, because there's no way I am gonna sit here and do soldering work on 21 light bulbs for this game. No way. I am not doing that on camera, because there's going to be some very colorful metaphors probably dropped on that, because every bulb's got 1, 2, 3 connections on it, and with those connections I got to put a diode, and on the connections there's multiple wires. So I'm not going to be wanting to chat while I'm doing those. I'll turn my jukebox on, crank the Beatles, and chill. Come on. Get on there. Let's spin it. There we go. Almost. Come on. You just don't want to fall in there correctly, do you? There's a notch on here on here that lines up with a notch on there, and it doesn't want to play it with me today. Doesn't want to play nice with me today. Is that in there now? Feels like it is. It doesn't, but all right, let's try it again. Here. Now it's on there. So I like about these screwdrivers, they have the dual bits. But usually when I'm doing this, I have both of mine out. And I keep one with one bit on it and one with the other bit on it, so I can just flop back and forth. One's blue, this is the blue one, and then I have a black one. And the black one I usually put the bigger bit on, and the blue one I put the smaller bit on. I do that with the Phillips and the flathead. I don't know, it's just why I do that. It's just something I've always done and remembered. What is being goofy today? Oh, I'm pulling it the wrong way. That's why. There we go. Does that machine come with a cup holder? No. It does not come with a cup holder. I guess I could offer them. It did have a cup holder on it for my party. I needed it to be beat on because this game hasn't been operated in so many years. I wanted anything to fail that could fail. I was hoping we would have some failures, and nothing failed, which blew my mind. There. Alright, this one I'm going to leave like that. So we got that like that. And we got a perfect working score. No. Jackpot wheel. This is the one we did yesterday. That we put a brand new coil on because it had the wrong coil on because the factory said in the manual to put the wrong coil on. So when that coil failed, somebody just put the wrong coil on because the manual told them to, and then later on they released a supplement and they're like, oh, we screwed up, here's the right one to put on. So which was a B126-800, and I can't remember what the other one was. It didn't have enough power to pull in, so the reel was just doing this. Whenever you'd roll it over, it would do that. So now it should do that perfectly every time. I'm leaving that up because I'll rebuild that later on my own time. Oh, there. So that's rebuilt. I got to go through all these lights yet. I'm going to rebuild this one and put it on YouTube because it's interesting, and this is like the best. Well, I guess you guys can't see that. You can see it on that screen. This one I'm going to rebuild on YouTube because I can get the best camera angle right here and everybody can see it really good. That one I can't without moving everything. I'll just go through underneath here and clean up all these switches that I can. Later on, I have to rebuild this. I have to take this apart, clean that up, put a new coil sleeve in it, clean the EOS, and then that would be for that. And then I guess the rest of this, I don't know if I'm going to stream this game again. One, I want to get it fixed as fast as I can and get it back home. And then two, I guess that's about it. It needs to go back home. It doesn't need to be in my basement anymore. It needs to be enjoyed. But yeah, you can get the cup holders from Pinball Life. That's why I ordered them from. They're really super nice. one should fit right on your machine too. You just take the leg off, the two bolts off. You put the cup holder on. Actually, this piece right here, it bolts onto the leg. It's with these two holes here. It bolts on, and then this just slides down on top of it, and it's held on like that, which is nice. This bracket, since it's universal, you can put it on, this would be the right side of the machine. Now you can put it on the left side of the machine, or you can take it like this and bolt it on the machine like that. Now your cup holder will be on the side of the machine, or go like this and put it on the left side of the machine, and your cup holder will be on the side of the machine instead. Like right here. So now the cup holder, I'm using the back of the machine, but see how the cup holder would be here? Make pretend this is the front. Or if you take that bracket and you put it on this way, your cup holder will be on the front. Pretty cool. I forgot what these are called, but Pinball Life sells them really cheap. Cup Buddy or something like that. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, I put them on all my machines because when people come over and you got a party going, there's always somebody that thinks the slanted top of the glass of a pinball machine will hold a beverage as you're beating on it and shaking it. For some reason they think I can put a can of beer on here on a slant like this and it's not ever going to fall off and spill. So I'm like, I put these on all of my machines. I actually am going to think of some way to illuminate them, a LED strip or something like that on them, to illuminate them a little bit so they stand out more with the lights off. So I'm going to do that mod on mine. Maybe I'll end up offering that as another mod. I shouldn't I? Just weird things like that. But yeah, all my machines got those on there. I don't know if you did drive past on my birthday, you would have saw a pinball machine out in front of my garage door. I had actually a pinball machine outside too. So, which was pretty cool. I'm sure a lot of neighbors are like, the hell is that? Is that a pinball machine outside? But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good birthday party. Had a lot of friends and family come by. Some no-shows, you know who you are. Just straight up no-shows. I had one person apologized, and they had issues and they couldn't make it, and then I had others. I had probably like 4 people. I says, yep, I'll be there. Nothing. I still haven't heard from them. So my wife had one too. One of her best friends said she'd be there because it was our 50th birthday and then our 20th anniversary. We just decided to do it all at once. And she had one of her best friends that she's had for years was a straight no-show too, which is kind of sad. And they no contact, nothing. But anyways, I understand stuff happens. You say you're gonna go, and then you can't. But then, like I said, one of my friends, he's like, dude, I had stuff I couldn't. I'm like, no problem. No problem. I got no issues with that. But yeah, when you say you're going and you ghost them, that's issues. That's just disrespectful. But anyways. So yeah, I'll download this stream and I'll put it up on my YouTube channel, which is there. If anybody wants to like, subscribe. I am also going to, real quick, I forgot to do this. So, Like I said at the beginning of the video, my buddy Mike Dimas called me from Pinball Shenanigans on the phone while I'm streaming and asked me some questions about the raccoon that he caught in his trap. So if you're like pinball stuff and you like pinball stuff with a twist, come on, pop up. There we go. Just order the cup holders. I think I will. I do got a couple extra, but I have to find them. Like I said, when you have a party and you get your room all situated and you buy stuff and you move it, you can't find things. Okay, that's my buddy Mike. One buddy Mike Dimas. And here's my other buddy Mike's Classic Pinball. He's another colorful character. Oh, you ordered them. Great. I think I'm going to order more, and I'm going to offer them with the pinball machine. If I order a big group of them, I can sell them at the pinball machines, and then you don't have to worry about paying shipping. So you get them from Pinball Life? That's where I got mine from. They were cheaper than anybody else. And that link right there that I just posted up is Mike's Classic Pinball. The other one was Mike Dimas Pinball Shenanigans, and he does the Pinball Shenanigans. So we're good friends, both of us. Mike's Classic Pinball and Pinball Shenanigans with Mike Dimas. We're all good friends. So keep the pinball community. Yep, Pinball Life. There you go. Anyways, I guess that's about it. It's clock 4:30. 4:30. I feel like I could keep going, but I didn't eat nothing today. So I have these sockets. I ordered them. I haven't got my confirmation yet because they're closed on the weekend. So I'm guessing Monday night, Tuesday, I'll get a confirmation that they have shipped. You know, it's got dried oil in it too. And then as soon as they come here, I'll be sitting here with my soldering iron and going, Oh, and another tip is too, let's just do the one cam. You won't see my little thing on there. We can't really see that. There's that. One other thing too, if you're working on your pinball machine and you're replacing bulbs, can we get a good one? What's this one? Where is that one? This one right here. Is that? You can see that good? I can't see it good. Or is it this one? I'm looking at two different screens here. This one. I'll bend that out of the way. Okay, there we go. We got a socket. Blow it out clean. This is not naphtha. This is the green jar. Naphtha is the brown jar. This is like one of the highest contents of isopropyl alcohol you can buy. I think it's 92% or something like that. Anyways, as you can see, I took my Q-tip and I'm swabbing down in a circular motion on the insert, and then the other end I will do its final spin. And there you go. That is now perfectly clean insert. And then this is a dirty cotton swab. There is a lot of tobacco in there. So that's about it. Oh, Stream Elements is finally working again. So anyways, that's it. This alcohol. Little green jar of alcohol. And it's eyedropper. These I got from my buddy Mike at work. And I just dropped that on the stuff. Alcohol. Good for cleaning it. I don't like using naphtha on that. You could. I don't like it because it's plastic, and I don't know if you don't dry it off enough if it's going to soften the plastic or not. So I use the alcohol because that's already 100% dry already. You know, it's nice and clean. But yeah, that's about it. I guess that's about it. So yeah, if you like any other tips and tricks, I do have a bunch on my YouTube channel. And hey, can you try this for me? Take this and put it on your tongue. Come on. Stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out. Tell me if the battery's good. Stick your tongue out. There you go. Did it tickle? I wonder if it did. Yeah, my kids won't do that for some reason. They just go, eh. Anyways, I guess that's it. About it. We're done. Ooh, that really peeks out my microphone. We're done. Yeah, I'm rambling now. I'm really rambling. So anyways, I guess that's about it, everybody. I'll turn that up. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Here's a MGC link. Everything you need about Midwest Gaming Classic. I'll tell you a couple of things right now. If you're into card gaming, like Magic and stuff like that, if you're into board gaming, Monopoly, checkers, computer gaming, I don't know what they have on computers. I don't computer game. Console gaming, Atari, Dreamcast, Nintendo, arcade, video games, you know, Frogger, Pac-Man, pinball. I don't need to explain anything more about pinball. All that. They'll have tournaments that you can participate in. I believe there's going to be a big Magic event on Friday. I think you'll have to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic. Also follow them on Facebook and you can learn more. Tonight at 9 p.m. you will learn a lot about the Midwest Gaming Classic tonight at 9 p.m. So come back at 9 p.m. and then Dan, he runs the show. He can tell you more about the Gaming Classic tonight. And you can ask him any questions you want and he'll answer them, which is awesome. And he'll tell you what's going on right now, any new things, new events. I imagine there's a bunch of new pinball machines that just got released, like Godzilla. I would imagine that would be there. I can't confirm or deny that would be there because I don't know. But it just came out, so I would think it would be there. And if you've seen any videos on Godzilla, that game is really badass looking. I would love to have one. American Pinball is coming out with a brand new game. I don't know anything about that, so that might be there. Chicago Gaming Company. I heard that they might be working on Addams Family remake. They do remakes on games, so I don't know what would be there. Jersey Jack. They just released Guns N' Roses not too long ago, so I want to play that. I said American Pinball already. American Pinball's, from what I heard, the rumor going around, it's not a trademarked game. That means it's an original title. It's not like Baywatch right here. Baywatch is a trademark. Beatles is a trademark. Godzilla would be trademark. Original game, Lucky 7. There's no licensing on this unless somebody would re-release it again, and then it would be a licensed game. My Lucky Ace there would be original game. My Grand Prix would be original. Gulfstream would have been original. Captain Card, Hurricane, those are all original titles. So that's what I heard. American Pinball is going to have an original title. So anyways, check out that link. Here's my link again. I guess that's about it. So I'll be back next Sunday at 2. And I'll have more pinball ideas for you. And you'll have things you want to talk about. And I will too. Later, everybody.